So going into Juliana's hair, you can see here, I use a little bit of, what I love to use are these velcro rollers that I have. And literally you can get these velcro rollers anywhere. I got mine, I think, literally on Amazon. So this is what they are right here. And I'm just gonna show you then with her hair, instead of, like I said, using a traditional round brush, I'm just gonna go in here with my 1.5 inch iron and really make sure that I get at that base first. Make sure that I'm heating up that base. And then I'm gonna start going in and getting the rest of it, hitting that with that heat, all right? And why I use this instead of a round brush sometimes is because I want to be able to control the heat that I use. Oftentimes with round brushes, you're gonna have a lot of damage to the hair, okay? And the reason why is that is because of all that pulling and that elasticity that goes on with the hair is that's gonna create a lot of damage. And for most people, traditionally, they're not using the round brushes that we use in the salons, okay? So if you think about it, most places or most people at home do hair with a round brush like this that has metal inside of it, okay? And you constantly doing that over and over and over again is that you're gonna create that damage, all right? So what I always try to tell clients at home is that if you can, try to find something like this, all right? This is a boar bristle and nylon, all right? It doesn't have that metal in between, so it's not gonna damage the hair as much as a traditional round brush with the metal inside, okay? So I'm gonna leave this in. Oh, you can go back up there. And then I'm just gonna hit it with a little bit of our brush through hairspray. This is one of my favorite hairsprays that I use, is because it's very, very light and dry. What you want from a light and dry, what you want from a light hairspray is that you want it to be dry. Once that hits the hair and it's wet, it's gonna change the shape of your hair, all right? There's only two things that change the shape of the hair, all right? Heat and water. And if you use a hairspray that's too wet, what that's gonna do, that's gonna take the style completely out of your hair, everything that you've just created, okay? So I'm just gonna go through and lightly coat the hair and keep that in. Obviously, we want this to cool. I'm gonna start taking off these other, and as you can see, these velcro rollers, they just slide right out, okay? Is there any pulling going on?
No.
No? Except for that one? All right, so I'm gonna go through here and take out these velcro rollers, which I love using. Like I said, you can find them anywhere. I found mine on Amazon. Great tool. I use these a lot of when I do my session styling. I do a lot of photography styling, a lot of editorial work, and these get used a ton, all right? So this is right now then the base set of what I've got, all right? So we go through here, you guys, and I would like to use my Mason Pearson brush, all right? This is one of my favorite styling brushes that I use. And as you can see here, if you hold it like this, the teeth are all aligned, but if you hold it like this, the teeth are in diagonals, all right? So the diagonal part about it is that when you start brushing and you wanna make sure that you get a little bit of backcombing, brush this way, but then when you're trying to smooth it up, you want to start brushing it this way where the teeth are aligned, where you're not taking out all the backcombing that you just created, okay? So I'm going to go through here, take Juliana's hair, and I'm just going to lightly do a little bit of backcombing, right? And if you guys have any questions, let me know, and Marilyn here will call it out loud so I can hear and I can just answer you guys back. Tell me where you guys are from too, because I'd like to know where everybody's listening from. As you see here, you guys, just a little bit of light backcombing. Once again, my name is Mark Dolan. I am the creative director for Laws of Healing Hair Care. We're just showing you guys a little bit of styling techniques by using our brand new products, our Bond Smoothing Styler, all right? So I cocktailed that with a little bit of our Keratin Healing Oil, And I also cocktailed it with our little bit of zero weight gel from our volume line, okay? You can see here, I'm not going in here to create a ton of base where maybe I'd be doing an updo. I'm just creating it just so I can get a little bit of volume throughout the set, all right? So I'll go through back here, light back comb. Light back comb here. Awesome, okay. So, I just want to show you guys the basis of these products here. If you can come over here and show. So both of our Rapid Bond Reconstructor and also our Bond Smoothing Styler is based off of three things. Our Phyto 4 complex, which is our compounds of oils, and then our keratin healing system and our bond building actives, okay? So the cool part about this, you guys, is that this is the brand new for us, is that we're actually using a vegan complex, all right? So all this is based off of the keratin that we have that we're using is actually based off of potatoes and peas. This is a first for us, and it's been working really, really, really awesome, all right? So come on back to over here then. So I just did that coming in. What I'm going to do is now, like I said, I'm not going to go this way, but I'm going to start smoothing out this way. And what that's going to do is that's going to take and smooth out Juliana's hair, but it's not going to take out that back combing that I created, okay? Go through here, and as you can see, just from those products, and also because I use those velcro rollers, we're getting this beautiful, beautiful set that looks like an amazing round brush set, but because we use our 1.5 inch iron and the velcro rollers, it's going to mimic the same, but it's going to be way less damaging towards Juliana's hair. Juliana she looks like she's got a ton of hair because of all of these products that we use, but the thing is that she actually doesn't have. It's enough hair, but it's not a ton of hair. How about that? You know, did you say that, Juliana?
Yeah, it's fine.
She's like, it's fine. All right, that is freaking amazing. And then one thing that I'm going to do, you guys, is that I know that Juliana, we talked a little bit earlier that she wanted a little bit of more, I would say, a little bit more airiness to her hair, okay? So I'm going to show you guys a technique that I often do, okay? Especially just around the back area of her hair, okay? So I'm going to go through here, and right here, right in the middle, this is where her hair tends to not move as much, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create interior texture, okay? So I'm going to take my shears, and actually I'm not going to cut on the way in, but I'm actually going to cut on the way out. This interior texture, one thing that we know as hairdressers, what does shorter hairs do to longer hairs? They push, right? So we want to make sure that she gets a little bit of interior texture right in through here to make sure that she gets a little bit of push so her hair moves, okay? So you can see here, I'm not going on the way in, I'm coming on the way out. And if anybody has any questions about this, please let me know. One more section right here. And for this technique, you guys, I don't recommend that you go beyond the ears on both sides of the head. So I'm just doing the back 3 sections in the interior of Juliana's hair, okay? Okay, one thing I want to talk about now, you guys, is our new other product is our Rapid Bond Reconstructor, all right? So if you're familiar with Laws at all, we have an emergency service. This is basically going to be your take-home emergency service. So this can be now sold to clients where they're going to do it themselves, okay? So you're going to first shampoo the hair, and then you're going to condition the hair, and then you're going to put this product into the hair and leave it in for 3 to 5 minutes, okay? And this is going to make that hair, everything inside of it, it's going to heal everything in the interior, and it's an amazing thing. Like, and it's exactly what it says, right? It's actually going to repair and reconstruct those bonds in your hair, right? So if you want to go over here, those features that I was talking about, it's going to have all of this, all right? So it's going to have our UV protection, our color protection, our thermal guard, all of this, all right? So all of these products, like I said, they're all going to be what's listed here, but the biggest thing here for our new technology is that it's all potato and pea based, so it is a vegan product, okay? So this rapid bond reconstructor, I'm gonna come back over here, is amazing. If you're hearing anything about these masks that you can leave it on for like a couple of minutes, this is gonna beat all of those out of the water, okay? With the science of everything that we're doing within Lanza, with our nanoscience, it's gonna deliver it and make sure that it stays in the hair and not just sloughs off of the hair. This is a great thing. This can also be used as a leave-in where you don't have to wash it out, okay? My fiance, she loves using it in her hair. She's got less hair than Juliana, and she actually thinks that it doesn't weigh her hair down or anything, all right? So this is a great product for that. Okay, so going back to here, Juliana, I'm just gonna show here now what I like to do is that I love to hit the base with a little bit of our dry texture spray. I'm a huge fan of our dry texture spray, all right? So I'm just gonna hit the base of her hair with this. And I'm not gonna go everywhere, because she doesn't need it. You can see how much volume that she's got, okay? And like I said, I'm going to use this brush, but I'm not using it this way. I'm using it this way to make sure that I just catch the top of her hair and not the interior of all the hair that I put in that backcombing, all right? That is gorgeous. Does anybody have any questions for me so far? I'm assuming that's a no, right, Caroline?
Yep, nope.
No, okay. All right, so once again, you guys, I really want you to try this styling at home, because the thing is that using an iron can really cut down on the thermal use of using a hairdryer and then also using a round brush, okay? So these are the velcro rollers that I love to use, and as you can see, they're very, very easy to take out and put in. So really try this at home. Going in with our cocktail, like I said, I use our Bond Smoothing Style, brand new product, the Bond Smoothing Style, with our keratin healing oil. Remember, all of this is going to have 500 degrees of thermal protection. One thing about our oil that's amazing too is that it's one of the oils on the market that actually produces volume, all right? It helps promote volume, okay? And then again, with our zero weight gel. Everything that I want to do that I make sure that I'm using with Juliana's hair is because she does have very, very fine hairs that I want to make sure that it's not being weighed down throughout the day, okay? So, go through here, use a little bit, like I said, of our brush through hairspray. It's going to be very, very light. And you see that we have that beautiful, beautiful blown out look using these velcro rollers, okay? And I'm going to make sure that I get a picture